Yo guys, welcome back to another YouTube live stream. We're here with Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman, and Shooter Sanders. Today, Philadelphia and the Orlando Storm are playing against each other in round 2 of the playoffs. Shooter Sanders, who do you think is the favorite in this matchup?
Oh, well, I think it's definitely Philadelphia with top-tier superstars like Robe and Stan V. I think they're the favorites, but Orlando, they're a very dangerous team with core depth pieces like Bug and top-tier superstars like Wad and Packers.
For sure. Richard Sherman, and I think the last time his team played in the regular season, Philadelphia won, but Orlando did not have Tendor. Do you think this will be a big difference for playoffs at all?
Nah, no. See, when you pair Robe or Stan V with a sorry defender like Tindor, that's the result you're gonna get. Philly's gonna come out with this W.
Facts. No, seriously. Cam Chancellor, who do you think has the better depth pieces and the better goalies in general on these two teams?
Thank you.
Agreed. Okay, Zaz Pixel, answer that one.
So I think goalie, you have to go with your former Vezina winner, Panda Man, and depth. I think that also goes to Philadelphia because when you have Radium 7, that's one of the best depth pieces you can get. Really, that's your third option, and he's a great player. He scored a game winner against San Francisco Stingrays against Borgs here. So yeah,
For sure. Now, we've seen last series Philadelphia bench Doggin for Joe Dog. Do you think they're going to do that again after they almost lost the game to SFS, or what's your opinion with that?
Oh, no way.
No, you answer. I don't know where Casey went.
Okay.
I like that one.
No, I think Joe Dog, you can tell he's a little nervous on the ice there. I think Doggin, he performs well under pressure, clinical, if you will. So I think he will perform a lot better tonight.
Interesting. Cam Chancellor, who do you think is going to win the goalie matchup tonight? Winner or Panda Man?
I do think it'll be winner 16. And it'll be winner 16.
Interesting. You gonna elaborate on that, or are you just gonna sit on that?
Well, he is a very, yeah, let's just say he's magical in the back of that net. No, in the front of that net. The crease, that's like his homeland, his territory, if you will. So, just making saves left and right. Glove 1, glove 2, or a few, Thank you.
For sure. Richard Sherman, with there only being one game out of the total 3 they can play tonight, do you think the mental is going to affect which team more if they lose or win?
I mean, you've seen in the past games when Orlando loses, the mental is really bad in the VCs, They all start blaming each other and stuff. So I think if Orlando gets one down here, the mental will be a little less, a little bad. And I think Philly can have the better mental thing.
All right, we're going to do some score predictions. We're going to start off with Cam Chancellor here.
I'm going to go the Philadelphia Freedom 3-2 against the Orlando Storm here. 3-2.
I'm going to go 3-1 Orlando. Richard Sherman, your turn.
I'm going to go 4-2 Philadelphia.
1-0 Philly.
We'll send it off to Caster.
You can hear the crowd going wild as the Orlando Storm step out onto the ice. Hometown favorites playing in their own arena. They say that round 2 is when playoffs really get real. And ladies and gentlemen, it's getting real right now. We're in a sold-out arena here in Orlando. The Storm are looking to take game 1 against the very dangerous Philadelphia Freedom. They talked a little bit on the desk about these superstars, and the superstars for Philadelphia, well, they've been showing up as of late. It's that Robe-Stanby combination that everybody loves to talk about. These are the two big dogs on the ice. I'm joined by Color Derp in the booth. Color Derp, You see these two teams, you're thinking, man, this is going to be a tight matchup. What do you expect to happen in this first?
I think it's going to be a goalie shootout. I mean, those two players are going to decide this game, and it's going to be a very fun first game of this round number 2 here.
Face-off commencing. Orlando Storm with a shot of star power of their own. You can see Packers. That is the big man on your screen. Some of you need to watch facing off against Stan V. The face-off is going to kick, and it's going to be Stan V with the puck immediately, but a face-off violation called on Packers will reset the puck right back to the face-off, and Packers is going to have to step out of that blue circle, let one of the teammates you can see with him on the first line, Bug and Birdie W, all talented players on their own right. Philadelphia, Doggin and Shug Shug are going to be joining Stan V on that first line. Robe going to be on that second. On the bench, you can see for Orlando, there's a lot of very talented names. Tindor, Wad, Herb. Wad, I think especially, is one of those names you expect to get themselves on the board quickly. Another face-off violation going to be called in the meantime, though, as the referee going to make sure that this game is played clean. We don't want any mistakes here, and it's going to be Doggin and Bug both taking this face-off. Both of them looking. Bug going to get the pullback. Bug going to take it up the ice, and Bug immediately looking for a shot, but he's going to turn a little bit too quickly. Not going to be able to find the shot that he wants, but he's going to find that slot past Stan V. A nice defense. Now Stan V in the corner versus Packers trying to get it out, but Packers loves to take control of that puck, loves to bully around pucks in the corner, but Stan V is going to take it all the way behind the net, gets it onto the boards. Boards working it up. Packers still trying to defend. It's going to have to be Birdie W, though. Nice crouch to stop that, and Stan V, no tech, is going to save you as Packers just going to rip a shot from the blue line. That one gets swatted down by the Philadelphia goaltender, Panda Man. We talked a little bit about goaltenders being such a pivotal factor in this matchup, and Panda Man already coming online as Philadelphia is going to try to work down the ice, get an opportunity of their own.
Yeah, and I think another big factor in this game is going to be that Stan V versus Packers matchup on this first line. They're going to be going at it the whole night.
Packers taking the puck once again. Winner had a nice block in the meantime. Both goalies getting on the board early as Packers hits it forward. That's a wide open shot, but Bug can't get there in time, and Winner reads the play beautifully. Steps out of their own goal. Is going to grab that one as Robe now grabs the puck. Second line's taking shape here in Tindor versus Radium. It's going to come out Radium's favor, sending it over towards the corner of the Orlando Storm side. Radium trying to get that slot pass, sends it, but it's a little bit too weak, and Wad is going to swat that one right back to the corner, take control of the puck, trying to find their offensive members going up the ice. Wad just takes it themselves, gets it past two, trying to find the slot pass. It almost gets to Herb, but it will be defended away by Dicker just in time to stop it. Another shot comes through in the meantime, and Robe almost hits that one nasty style. It's going to bounce off the post, though. Not quite going to happen as Robe rips another one. There's the slot pass. That one goes wide. Radium can't get the puck on it, and Wad going up the other direction. Wad trying to find the shot. No can do. Wad just has to take it right back to the corner, settles for the slot pass. Not even that going to go as a weak, half-hearted shot comes out from Orlando Storm. In Philadelphia, they are dominating the second line matchup.
Yeah, they're playing really hard out the gate here as that one comes in front as well, but there's going to be haymakers getting thrown at each sides of the net this whole game.
Oh, I just saw what Tindor tried to do. The pullback curve shot. That would have been nasty as a very first goal in this series. Would have been perfect too, just highlighting just how talented these teams can be as Packers. Nice pullback. Packers with a beautiful shot, but that one gets gloved down by Panda Man. Comes all the way behind the net, trying to clear that one out to one of the teammates. It's going to work because now Stan V's got control of the puck, and Stan V trying to do the same thing, but it's been Packers all day so far. Shug has to come into play defense, and now Stan V in a bit of a weaker matchup. Birdie W has to guard, but Packers just comes in immediately. Stan V still finds a shot regardless. That one doesn't quite have the juice on it to get into the goal, and Winner 16 finds a save of their own. Now here comes Packers going down the other side of the ice. They're going to try to turn it around behind the goal, maybe send it up to Bug, maybe try to take it all themselves. Packers will make that choice. Instead, it'll be Shug with a nice pullback to keep it away from the superstar. Now Birdie W has to play defense on Orlando's side. Nice pass up to Packers, but but Shug Shug is there watching every move. They are not going to keep a player off of this guy, and you can't. If you give Packers even an inch of space, they will take it a mile. Stanvey now with the puck versus Birdie, but Birdie W again playing nice defense. Bug watching over the slot pass, which is not going to come. Herb back out on the ice trying to find some offense of their own, but it's just a little bit too slow. The whiff's going to come through, and Robe still is allowed to control this puck. Nice line changes from both lines. Robe tries to do it all by themselves, but the three defenders of Orlando stand tall this time. Robe is forced to go back into the own zone as Herb hits it forward for Docker. Docker now going to work it. He's looking, waiting, watching, sending it forward. Radium gets a nice hit forward, but Tindor's going to grab control. Now Radium on the forecheck trying to steal that puck back. Tindor isn't going to let it happen. Tindor sends it all the way forward, but Wad just wasn't prepared. It's a nice pang, though, to give Wad a little bit of a chance here. Wad trying to find that pass. Wad sends it forward, and Herb can't get the shot off of it. Radium now has control of the puck. Pull back. It's a little bit ill-advised because Herb still has control of that puck. 1:30 left on the clock. Shots have come through from both of these squads, but nobody has found a decent enough opportunity to put it in the back of the net. Radium is trying to change that, I'm going to say. But Tindor is staying on the defense. It's a nice slot pass. Robe is not in time. Wad just a little bit faster on the pang to keep that one away. It was a dangerous opportunity, though. Takes a big effort to stop those slot passes from coming through. Robe sends it forward again, but there's nobody waiting in the slot. Philadelphia going for line changes instead. They almost got caught out, but Packers is not fast enough to get the defense. Packer going to take a hit in the corner, trying to find some offense, but here comes big man Stan V. Stan V trying to walk it forward. Robe waiting on the ice. I talk so much about Stan V. Robe. It's because this pairing at the end of quarters can be so dangerous. This is when Philadelphia really gets scary. It's in that last minute. Stan V still with the puck, sends it forward to Shug Shug. Shug Shug back to Stan V. Stan V over to Robe. Robe is not fast enough, and winner 16 comes all the way out of their goal to stop the shot from coming through. It's a nice slot pass from Robe. No can do, sends it right back to sender. Wad and Robe both battling in the corner, and Robe will not be able to find a pass off of it. Wad takes it away. Stan V tries to send it the other direction, but with 11 seconds left, Wad can't find the shot either. Both teams battling in the mid-ice, and neither team can find a decent opportunity worth their salt. It will be a first period that is devoid of goals. 0-0. Back to the desk.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Interesting first period. Shooter Sanders, how do you feel about the defenses, performances on those teams so far?
Oh, this is a very close defensive game. They're not letting many chances go through, and it's really an elite level that is, not seen every day in the Blockey Hockey League.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of deep P3s so far from Packers and Robe. Richard Sherman, what shots do you think they need to take to win this game?
Orlando needs to take good slot goals on Panda Man. I know it's really hard to score on Panda Man, but what they need to do is take deep P3s like I did. 2 goals. Only want to score on the San Francisco. All right. Hit deep P3s and quality P3s.
Cam Chancellor, how do we think this second line star matchup of Wad and Robe is going in terms of what team's winning it?
Oh, it's completely Philadelphia. That's what I was saying before the game here. I think the first lines are pretty even, but the second line, Robe and Radium, completely outskill Orlando, and I think that's going to be the line to look out for, where you'll see Philadelphia score. It'll be Robe. But
I do agree with you completely. Now, I've heard Stenvey in chat saying he's getting lag spikes. Shooter Sanders, how do you think this will affect Philadelphia's momentum?
I don't think it's gonna affect too much because they're just spikes. They don't last forever, and I think he'll get over the hump of these lag spikes. I think he'll be fine. I think Stan V is gonna perform some magical things.
True, that is the best Blockey hockey player ever. Now we'll send it back to Color Group.
Thanks, Al. I'll send that one over to Sheep.
I was wondering. I'm like, you want to take it, Color Derp? All you, man. No, what I'm trying to say is that goalies, they were the talk of the desk very early on, but the conversation has shifted. It has been the defense that these skaters have been putting on a masterclass on both sides that have prevented these opportunities from flowing quite as readily. Superstars being shut down left and right, and no other shots being found in the meantime. Weak ones being sent towards these goalies, and they're more than happy to send those ones away. Packers trying to change that narrative. That's a nice slot pass, but Panda Man just so happy to collect that one. Shug going to take it out the goalie's hands, send that pass forward for Stan V, but it's just an awkward hit, and Packers still has an opportunity to make something happen with that puck. Not if Stan V has anything to say about it. Trying to work it forward, but again, Birdie W holding down the stand just in case. You cannot let that man get active. Packers once again battling with Shug. Shug wins it off again, and now Stan V is going to try to work it up the boards. It hasn't been successful, and it's not going to be this time. Birdie W, another huge pang to stop that one, and Stan V, the solo offense has been absent. No slot passes, no playmaking, no shots, no nothing. Not when Birdie W is playing lockdown defense like this.
Yeah, sorry. I got nothing to add there.
No, I get you. I mean, you when you watch a master class at work, all you really want to do is sit back and watch. Second line's going to come out, and Herb battling with Radium to try to get something going on the Orlando side. Takes it to the corner, but there's nobody waiting in the slot. Maybe a little wad shot, a cheeky wad shot, but Radium is going to get an opportunity. It's a 2v1 running it down. Robe was wide open, but there was no pass to complement it, and Radium just can't get it past Tindor. Tindor, nice defense on the other side. Radium again tries to find the slot pass. That one weak and feckless. Nothing can be done, and again, they are sent back to the boards. Robe this time, hoping for a little bit more success, going to find the slot pass, but it's a huge crouch coming in from Herb to stop that one from being a problem. Wad waiting forward, trying to receive the pass, but Robe takes it away. Huge opportunity, tries to go for the pullback, but it just doesn't go, and Robe throws away a golden opportunity. Wad almost gets one of their own, but Docker is there on the defense. Wad, Docker both battling over this puck. Wad trying to send it into the middle, nothing going. Robe once again with the puck, sends it into the middle, but that one just goes straight to the defense, and a huge opportunity getting thrown away on both sides. The biggest opportunity of the game, and Philadelphia hanging their heads.
Yeah, Winner had just some great positioning there. Robe trying to go for a nice little pullback move in order to get that one in the net, just wasn't able to hang on to that one.
First line's back in business. It's the Packers and Stan V show for one more episode. It's going to be Packers. It's going to win it off initially, but they are just quarantined off to the corner. Nobody is there to find the slot pass. Bug couldn't find a shot off of it, and nothing is going to go. No shots going so far. Panda Man will just watch from their post. Stan V and Packers still battling. Packers expected to grab that one, just going to give it, let Stan V take it. Birdie W now working it forward. Birdie W trying to take it away. Birdie W battling with two, but Shug will come out the victor of that, and now given all the time in the world to try to find that pass. Forecheck is going to come through from Bug, but that one is just more of a scare tactic than anything, as Doggin is going to receive, taking it all the way behind the net, and you've got Stan V waiting in the corner. Nice pullback. Doggin wide open pass, but he whiffs it. He misses the pass, and a huge opportunity gets thrown. Packers, Birdie W are both trying to work it forward. That's a nice pass going, but Bug can't make anything out of it. Shug with the pullback tech, not going to get anything off of that, just going to have to take it to the corner and hope something happens. Birdie W makes a mistake. Birdie W doesn't like to make mistakes, not when you've got Packers to help to reset that puck, reset that aggression. Belg trying to battle with Stan V to grab that puck back, but Stan V is going to play mind games back and forth, pullback after pullback, and now with Robe on the ice with a full health of Stam, second lines are going to come cook, and now Bug is trapped on the ice. Bug with a slot pass almost gets it forward, but it's a huge crouch. It's a shot regardless, and Wad will find it, but Panda Man's positioning perfect, and a huge opportunity is this time thrown away by the Orlando side.
What a save by Panda Man right there to keep this a 0-0 game, and we can already tell that the next goal is gonna be like could decide the game. Whoever scores this first goal.
Robe trying to make that dream a reality, but he's just going to be forced back to the defensive zone. Docker is battling with Wad. Wad desperately trying to get anything out of the slot. He had a really good shooting opportunity given to him courtesy of Bug E behind the net, but that one just couldn't quite go. Robe steals that one away, sends it forward to mid-ice. Radium wide open, takes a big shot, but winner 16 is going to save it, and the rebound goes wide. Goalies on fire tonight. They are not going to let a single one through. Tindor battling with Robe, going to stop that man from getting any kind of pressure. Stanvey going to come out to the ice very shortly. Wad, Docker both battling. Wad takes it away. Wad, huge shot, tries to find the post abuse, but it's just going to hit just slightly wide, and Panda Man wiping the sweat off his brow. That was almost a guaranteed one if he had gotten it. Robe now with Wad, but Robe's going to win that one out, sends it forward for Stanvey, but Tindor, huge hit, and the offsides will be called to finally put a merciful pause to the blistering pace of the game.
I mean, yeah, this is really just a back and forth battle of some of the two best teams in Blockey hockey, and we can see why one of these teams are going to make the finals.
Stanvey, nice pullback, going to take a hit as well. Stanvey doing all the tech to try to get it forward, but Birdie W doesn't give a damn. He's just going to hit it away regardless. A shot goes through, and winner 16 is going to hit a nasty glove, unnecessarily to be sure, but still, you love to see the confidence coming through as the second period comes to a close. The defensive masterclass will not end. The score remains 0-0. Back up to the desk.
Thank you, Sheet. All right. Third period, 6-4 shots going in Philadelphia's way. We saw awesome Panaman save. Now, how do we think this last period's going to play out, Richard Sherman?
Yeah, even shots for both teams, or quality shots from both teams. Goalies are standing on their feet. They're playing excellent. But honestly, I feel like Philadelphia is going to get a quality P3 that winner can't save. But
I agree. I think, either winner's just going to forget to glove it or Wad's going to get a good slot shot. That's how I think this game's going to end. Trader Sanders, how do you think the role players on Orlando Storm are playing? Are they underperforming, overperforming? What do you think?
I think they might need to step up if they want to have a win in this game, because core is extremely important, especially in the playoffs. You need to have a good core to have a deep run, and that's where I think Philadelphia will shine.
I agree. Now, Kim Chancellor, I believe the first line on Philadelphia has been playing very bad this period. I think Doggin is taking away a put from Stanby a lot, and I think they need to change that. Do you think they'll make the changes they need to win this last period?
Yeah, I think they will. I think Orlando's getting outplayed in pretty much every aspect of the game right now. Packers is kind of the only light that's shining. When you see someone like Radium, someone like Radium, he's better than, if you look back at the last series, like Jail. Jail sucks, right? So you see Radium, who's better than Jail, and that's why I think Radium's going to do something. I don't know.
Great analysis. We'll send it up to Sheep003.
A game that seems destined for overtime heading into the third. The question is, who will find that goal to break the stalemate? Who will find the goal to break that tie? And who will send their team to a highly preferable position 1-0 in the series? This is only game one. 2 more potential games happening. 1 more for sure. Stanvey gets a wide open opportunity, but Birdie W, huge pang to stop that one from going even close to the goal. And Stanvey is left wondering, scratching his head, how did that shot not go? Packers now with the puck, battling with Chug. Nice pullback, sending it forward, but again, Birdie W just going to hit it forward. 2 Philadelphia members versus Birdie W. He doesn't care. Stanvey tries to find an opportunity, but Bug is there on defense, and the Orlando Storm locked down once again. Birdie W now with control, just going to send it up the boards. He's loving that pass. Just hit it up the boards time and time again. Let Packers cook, and Packers is trying to cook. That's a nice slot pass. Bug, it was so nice he didn't even expect it. Going to take a shot instead from the blue line. That Panda Man is going to summarily glove down. Shug now behind the net. battling, but Packers is just running forward, trying to grab it. Now that Robe's off the bench, though, Robe versus Packers, that's a matchup that feels like it goes 50-50 every day of the week. Now Robe walking it forward, but the defense from Tindor, huge crouch. Robe still going to have control of the puck, still going to find a shot, but winner 16, huge positioning, going to stop that one from going through. Robe now battling with Tindor in the corner. Tindor trying to get that puck desperately out, get it out of the hands of Robe. Radium going to grab control instead. Now Robe just waiting in the slot, nobody defending. Herb comes in just in time, just stop a slot pass or a potential slot pass from coming through. Tindor wins it in the corner regardless. Tindor sending it forward for Wad. Now Wad with some space on the boards, trying to find a shot off of it, but the P3 doesn't charge in time, and Philadelphia with control of the puck once again.
Yeah, this is just a crazy game here. Just so intense. 0-0 still with 4 minutes to go in this third period. I can't believe what we're seeing right now from these goaltenders.
Tindor, Robe, battling once again. It's been a battle you've seen a lot on the second line, but it feels like Tindor, the defense, has been winning it out every single time. Wad versus Docker on the other side, but that one's not even going to get a chance to get started as Robe rips another long shot, but these P3s from the blue line are just not going to go, not when you've got two goalies playing at this level. Doggin trying desperately to make something happen, but Wad is a little bit too good for it. Gets it past Shug as well. Now Shug has to take it behind the net to keep it away from Wad. That's a pullback and a half. Breaks Wad's ankles in two, and they're going to get some offense going. Doggin gets robbed by Bug with a nice pass going forward, but Packers can't get a shot off of it versus Stan V trying to find some tech. Bug again is just out of position. Pullback shot regardless. It's a huge one, but it goes to the chest of Panda Man, and Bug is going to generate Bug generates another huge opportunity. I'll let Color Drip take that.
Yeah, Bug was a really nice shot in front there. And these depth pieces for both teams are going to have to step up if they want to break this barrier, because I think the superstars can't really do it all themselves.
I actually just can't win. Packers and Stan V, they can't find wins either, because Stan V trying desperately to keep Packers off this puck, but Packers still wants control of it. Stan V eventually going to win that defensive battle, send it forward, but Birdie W says nope, right back to Packers. Shug with that puck. Oh, Shug working it forward, almost finds the slot pass. I got a little bit excited there, but Bug, they're just in time to stop that one from being a problem. Birdie W sends it into open ice. It's a bum rush for it, and Packers going to grab control of it. I thought it was going to be Docker sending it forward, but that one gets grabbed by Packers, and the opportunities are not going to come through because Wad is back on the ice. Robe versus Wad. It's been a battle that's kind of gone historically Robe's way. Robe trying to do it again. Radium was left wide open in that opportunity, but the pass couldn't come through, and another potential opportunity wasted by the Philadelphia Freedom. The shot counter is ticking up. It is in the favor of Philadelphia. Wad wants to turn that one around, but Radium on defense says no, you're going to go straight back to your own zone. You got to play defense, my man. And Robe wants to find another shot. That one doesn't go because winner 16 a little bit too proactive on it. Herb now with the puck, working it forward, trying to get it over to Wad, and it was 1:30 ticks over on the clock. Both teams still struggling to find a goal.
Yeah, I mean, this just looks like it's heading to overtime, but anything can happen. It's the playoffs.
Robe tries to find opportunities, but Wad is just going to take it away. Radium pullback again. It's not going to go. And the battle for mid-ice finally going to end with it in Philadelphia's zone. Wad going to find offense off of that, but Herb is just not receiving the passes they want. Not when Robe playing lockdown corner defense like that. No slot passes shall come ye way, but Wad will find a pullback, almost finds a shot as well, but is swarmed by the Philadelphia defense. This 1-on-2 offense is not working. You cannot expect star players to be making crazy plays, not in these conditions. Not when you've got defenses playing quite like this. Not when you've got Packers, who's got a wide open opportunity. Panda Man comes all the way out of the goal to stand in front of them. The brick wall is mobile, ladies and gentlemen. Robe tries to find a counterattack, but that one's not going to go. Not with anybody in the slot pass. And Packers, once again, another time with the puck, another chance to make something happen, but gets bullied away by Shug. And now Stan V on the other side. 7 seconds. The time ticks down. There is no time to find a shot. No time to find a goal. No time time to do anything. It was destined to be there, and overtime is the result. Back up to the desk.
Another period of misery. Cam Chancellor, what's your opinion on this period, I guess?
A lot of defense, not a lot of quality shots, you know. I think going into this next period, I think whatever team gets the first actual, like, good shot, or like a well-placed P3, I think they'll win. So.
I agree. Shitter Cinders, the second line matchup, have you changed your opinion at all? Or is it still Ribbe is doing better with Radium 7 than Wad and his line mates?
I think after looking back at it, I think I was wrong about the Philadelphia Def. I think actually Orlando's working better as a team, but I think with Robe's, prowess on the ice, I think he will be the game changer. I think he's going to score a really tough P3 shot. I think that's my prediction. Robe game winner.
I like that prediction, but I think it's gonna be a bug. He's gonna brick the shot and then just pull it back behind his back and P2 it to the net. That's my prediction. Richard Sherman, how are we feeling with these wingers' performances? Herbie, Radium 7. I just don't think they're doing enough. I feel like when they get the puck, they're just losing it instantly, and their defense has to make up for it. And I think the defenses are just playing really good so far these periods. What do you think?
Yeah, obviously, the defense, both teams' defenses are standing on their heads. And I think the wingers actually need to step up. Herbie has been getting the chances. He just keeps whiffing. And Dogging, I think, is the other winger. He's just clumping, I've noticed, I think, and he just needs to spread out and he'll get the chances.
I agree. Now we'll send it back up to Sheep.
The shots almost even, the goalies almost even, and the teams almost even as well. It seems overtime was the only way we could find a result to find a true winner of this battle of titans. And it will be Philadelphia who's going to start off the proceedings, trying to find a little bit of offense. But again, defense is the story of this game. All it takes, one misstep, one big move, one big opportunity. Packers trying to find it. Bug now with the puck, but can't find the shot off of it. Still going to keep that puck in the offensive zone. Birdie W, huge pass forward. Bug trying to get the slap pass over to Packers, but just can't quite make it happen. Bug gets robbed of his puck. Stan V and Shug Shug both on him. Bug almost finds a huge opportunity, and now Shug Shug working it up the boards, trying to get it, but Bug still on it. Loves those pullbacks to take pucks away. Now Bug gonna find a shot, instead rips it. It would have gone in, but Panda Man, the huge glove, says no, and this overtime continues. Birdie W, Doggin, both battling, but Doggin, now here's an opportunity, but not gonna happen. Birdie W, a sly mistake, a uncomfortable mistake, but that one is saved by winner 16. Both goalies going back and forth. They will not let this game end.
And yeah, this is crazy stuff from both teams. We saw Philly closed out their last series in a quadruple overtime win. We'll see if they can carry that into this game and use their strengths.
And you can see what's happening. It feels like these star players are getting titchy. They're trying so hard. Find some crazy move. Find some crazy tech. Do something. But every single time, it is these defensive players, these Birdie W's, these Dockers that are just shutting them down. They're reading these plays like they've been drilled on it. So well studied, so well prepared. They are not going to let anything catch them off guard. And when you've got people who are not going to let you get away with anything, that's when you throw something crazy at the wall. Throw a pie, throw a cake, throw an ice cream sundae. It doesn't matter. Make it messy, make it dirty. You might find something good out of it. Herb, Radium trying to make something happen. Radium is eventually going to get control of that puck. Pull back, almost finds a shot off of it. But again, Tindor is going to stop that one before it even really develops. Radium and Tindor both fighting. Tindor is initially going to grab control, but Radium just going to steal it back. Just slot players watching and waiting for a pass to come through. Shug with a huge opportunity. Going to send it through traffic. Almost gets past Winner 16, but just doesn't have the juice to make it into the goal. Now Stan V back on the ice, but it's going to get called offsides on them, and both teams are going to have to stare at that puck waiting for the faceoff.
Yeah, Winner almost hitting it into his own net there. But I noticed that Philly's defense is getting a little active, and it could cause an outnumbered break. They got to be careful on that.
Packers will initially take that win. Takes it to the corner. Shug and Stan V, though, are perfectly happy to shut that down. They've been doing that all game. Packers trying to make something happen. Just gets caught up in traffic. Doggan tries to find a shot. He had a huge 1v0 opportunity against Winner 16, but Winner 16, again, so willing to play proactive against these shots. Not going to let anything catch him off guard. Stan V pull back to steal it away from Packers, but Packers just going to get that puck right back. Sends that pass to nowhere land, picked up by Doggan. Bug was the intended recipient, but just not fast enough to get to the position that Packers wanted him to be in. Stan V on the other side trying to make something happen, gets it taken away by Packers again. Feels like this first line has been leaning a little bit Orlando favored, but the moment the second lines come out, that's when Philadelphia takes over the game once more. The back and forth affair will not end. Packers trying to make something happen, but Shug loves defense. Not a penalty has been called on this game. These teams are playing it clean. They're playing it cool. They're playing it calm. Bug and Stan V are going to duel in the corner, but that one's going to come up Bug, at least for the time being. Bug sent it forward for Wad. Wad with an opportunity. Wad with a shot, but Panda Man on the rebound as well. Panda Man, 2 huge saves.
Oh my goodness. This is just one of the this has been one of the greatest playoff games of all time. I don't care if it's 0-0. This has been exciting. This has been everything.
Robe trying to make it end, trying to make it stop, trying to get that team a win, but the excitement is not over yet. Hold on to your seats, folks, because this wild ride does not stop yet. Not when Tindor is playing defense like that, not when Docker is making passes like that. Pass, but that shot is not going to go. Radium 7 can't quite get a stick on it. Wad going to beat out Radium, at least for the time being, but it's going to be sent right back into the zone. Winner 16 going to glove that one down, send it over to Tindor. Tindor pulls back, tries to get it away from Robe, but Robe is relentless. Still wants that slot pass, gets it through too, but the shot doesn't go as well, and it's been chokes on both sides of the equation. 1 minute left on the clock, and Robe finds a huge opportunity. Winner 16, though, proactive as ever. Robe, pull back! Robe, you're built different!
Oh my God, what a goal. The Orlando Storm is not happy about it, but it was a fantastic move. Nonetheless, he did what he was trying to do earlier on the breakaway. He got the pullback, sent the shot the other way, and Winner cannot do anything about it, as he is just all alone with no help from his defense, and they end the game 1-0.
Perfectly planned, perfectly positioned. I said a huge tech might end it, and Robe puts a stamp and a signature on it, ladies and gentlemen. That's been game 1. Philadelphia take it 1-0. Don't worry, don't stop watching, because guess what? More Blockey Hockey coming to you in the coming up days. Round 2 does not stop, because Philadelphia Freedom Orlando Storm Game 2 is coming to you on Friday. That's starting at 8:05 p.m. EST. If you want to watch more Round 2 playoff action, well, the JBHL is hosting Game 3 of the Alberta Stallions versus the Minnesota Mallards. That's happening on Saturday. Your referee tonight has been Frumpy Bear. Your production tonight. Oh, what? Your production tonight has been headed by Youppi, but I might be a little bit overzealous here because the goal is under review. Color Derp, I've just been embarrassed on commentary because I thought this game was over. Can you explain what's going on?
I thought it was over as well. Apparently there was a hit in the slot as Robe was able to get a pullback off, and that's what they're complaining about here. They think it should have been a penalty, and the ref, I believe, is going to call this back.
Oh my goodness. My entire ending spiel has been ruined, ladies and gentlemen, because the referees have taken a look at the call. They've looked on, they've rewatched the footage, and they have called it as they see it. That goal does not stand. There was a hit before, and Robe's goal looks so beautiful, looks so perfect. It is not perfect enough, and a power play will be called instead on the on the Philadelphia Freedom and the Orlando Storm. They've got the initiative now. This could be a huge change of pace.
I mean, I don't even know what this. I thought the game was over. I'm not sure how we're still going, but we will be, and Orlando will get a power play out of it,
Man,
let alone the goal getting reversed. And they're going to
It's-
have, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
it's a disaster class in all effects. You know, a disaster class from me, a disaster class from the Philadelphia Freedom, and the Orlando Storm is just wrapping it all up, trying to get a shot, but Panda Man still going to lock in instantaneously. The game continues, and Orlando Storm have a perfect opportunity to end it. The slot pass comes through. Packers tries to find the shot, but Panda Man, the slide of a lifetime, is going to stop that shot from going through. Panda Man, I don't know how he's still locked in, but he's playing phenomenally. The Panda Man of old come back for one last rodeo as Watson's another shot, but that one gets gloved down. Panda Man does it again. This power play will end with nothing, and it's all Panda Man all day long. Packers tries to find another shot, but Stan V gonna find the defense. Are you kidding me? Panda Man has just ripped away Robe's perfect goal. He says, I want all the shine, I want all the spark, and I'm gonna give you another chance to make it happen. OT is not over. This game is not over because the Philadelphia Freedom have locked down. Back up to the desk.
Yo, thank you, Sheep. Now, that was pretty big goal by Robe. Unfortunately, he got called over. Cam Chancellor, what's your opinions on that goal? Do you think it was a pen or not, even if the ref called it back?
It was definitely a penalty. I saw it when it happened, and I was like, that's gotta get called back. But still, a little unlucky. I think even if he didn't hit him, he probably still could have scored that. And,
I do agree.
It's really unfortunate, but yeah.
I agree completely. Very unlucky. Now, that overtime power play they had, do you believe Penniman is bailing out this team? From my eyes, he definitely is with those saves during the power play. But what is your opinion, Richard Sherman?
I mean, Panda Man is absolutely saving the Philadelphia team on that. I mean, he just robbed Packers and Wad and Bug from that, like that save. Are you kidding me? That was better than Shedeur Sanders could ever do. I mean, that was actually spectacular.
Seriously. Now, the shots are tied. It's overtime 2 starting soon. What do you think's gonna happen here at the first line? So you think Packers is gonna stop getting locked up by Doggin? Packers has a relatively easier time than Watt, I'd say. I think the Philadelphia second line is just way stronger than their first line. And I think Packers should be doing more. And he's just playing really passive. He's not doing much as he normally does. What do you think he can do different here, Shedeur Sanders, to really change his game?
I think he needs to maybe pass his teammates more in critical situations.
Agreed. We'll send it back up to Sheep.
It's had drama, it's had plays, it's had stories, ladies and gentlemen. It's cinema. The story of this game will not be written in sentences, it will be written in paragraphs. And that's because of the phenomenal plays from not only the Philadelphia Freedom, but Panda Man specifically, who needs to make another one as Bug tries to find an opportunity, but Stan V gonna shut that one down just in time. Here comes Doggin on the other side, but Birdie W, nice defense to stop that one. Stan V trying to find a star play of their own, but Packers gonna take that one right back. Orlando Storm do not not want to be denied. They've been saved once. They are going to use it for all it's worth. Not when Panda Man, though, is going to play like this. Packers can't find the slot pass, and Bug will have nothing to receive. Panda Man will sit confidently on their post. They are so sure they're not going to let anything in as Bug takes a useless shot. Panda Man is not interested in letting anything go through. He will keep this game going as long as he needs to. He will give Philadelphia all the opportunities they need to. Panda Man, he feels inevitable one more time. The Philadelphia Freedom are putting their hands together in joy. They have prayed, and their prayers have come true. Shug sends a pass forward. Stan V with the puck now, battling with Tindor, but Orlando Storm just locking down on defense, not going to let Stan V get anything off of that. Tindor grabs control of the puck. Now Wad waiting to receive that pass, but it's going to get sent over to Robe. Robe pullback. Robe tries to do it again, but winner 16. Huge save to stop that one from going through. Wad now going the other direction as Docker with a huge whiff. Wad tries to send that slot pass, huge, but Panda Man just says no comprende. I don't like those kind of shots. I'll glove them before they even happen. Wad takes it away one more time, but Philadelphia has been gifted another golden opportunity. As the puck continues to fly, both sides trying to take control in mid-ice. The battle will be eventually won by Orlando Storm. Herb sending it forward, but Wad going to grab it one more time. Robe pullback. Robe trying to find a slot pass. Radium waiting, desperately trying to find the game winner. Robe takes it all by themselves, but Tindor is going to get the pang before the shot comes through. The slot pass will be weak, and winner 16's got glove of their own. Both goalies are playing phenomenal.
I realized I might have been muted on that last break, but yeah, this is just great stuff for both teams. That momentum change of the disallowed goal is going to hurt Philly no matter what, and they just got to look past it. And this Orlando team needs to use that as fuel and try to get the winner here now.
Both casters in the commentary box were making our mistakes, but both teams on the ice are looking perfect, at least when you're looking at the goalie side of things. It is 0-0 still for a reason. To Stan V tries to make something happen, but the rebound gets gloved down by winner 16. The initial shot, Stan V! Oh my God, Stan V! That one's not contested. You can't complain about that because Stan V has styled on your entire team.
What a goal. I mean, what a beauty that Robe's was disallowed, but it doesn't matter because Stan V said, look at this one. And I like to say, puck don't lie, and Philly wins the game for the second time tonight in double overtime with the 1-0 victory in game number 1.
When you've got 3 stars playing in their prime, it feels inevitable. Orlando Storm will take the loss one more time, and Philadelphia will finally claim their victory in game number 1 of this series. You already know what games are coming up. BHL's happening on Friday. JBHL, it's happening on Saturday. I want to give shout-outs one more time because they deserve it, because they've done such a great job. Our referees, I believe it's been JR Goof, ohLuvv, or Frumpy Bear, one of those 3. Look, the referees have been fantastic either way. Our wonderful production has been headed by the ever fantastic Youppi. I've been Sheepo03. Good night, everybody.